So the other day I did some debadging of a Kia Soul. I wanted to make a video. This one has no edits, no cuts, no speeding up or anything like that. Removing this dealer badge. So I'm using my McCullough 1275 steamer, and the reason for that is to kind of clean around the emblem there, get out any grit, dirt, so that when we go to cut the thing off, we reduce the chance of doing any scratching to the paint. So here I'm just going around every edge, every side, getting in between the letters. I didn't see a whole lot of grit come out, but it's just a formality, and the other thing you're doing is softening up the adhesive or the glue. The longer they've been on there, I think the glue kind of hardens and doesn't come off quite as easy, so it's never a bad thing to heat the thing up a little bit. So we'll put the steamer down and get out our fish line, and I'm just using a off-the-shelf fishing line, about a 10-foot piece of it, and that's going to be used to cut through the adhesive and get that emblem off. So I think you just have about a 10-foot piece, wrap it around your fingers. If that hurts or bites in, you can wear gloves when you do this. Just put it under one corner and gently start sawing the emblem off. And that popped through really quick, so as I get to the end here, it starts wobbling, so I kind of tried to use one hand to hold on to it as I cut through the very end of it so it wouldn't go flying and scratch the car up too bad. And there it is. So you can see what's left behind there. A little bit of a shadow of what was there. You're seeing the very first letter and the last two letters. There's kind of a black fabric, kind of a black piece of fabric left behind there that didn't come off. The rest of it's just your typical adhesive. So I'm going to use a microfiber to wipe away all the water, all the leftover steam residue, so I can see what I'm working with and not leave any streaks on the plastic or anything. So the trick now is to remove that residue using some 3M adhesive remover. I'm going to show that off in just a second here. I've had this bottle, it's lasted me for about 10 years. It's 3M General Purpose Adhesive Cleaner. They also have an aerosol version. I've always used this here. And the trick is just use a clean towel. I'm just using a paper towel here. Be nice and gentle. Don't use a lot of pressure. Let the chemical do the work. It's going to dissolve the adhesive and leave a nice surface behind it. Safe to use on cured paint. As long as your paint job isn't brand new, you're going to be fine. Keep using a clean part of the towel and adding a few more drops of adhesive cleaner, and you'll just see it come right off. It takes a little patience. If you have kind of a thick buildup of adhesive, you might take a few passes to where you see it coming off. In an extreme case, you can sort of try to kind of soak it, but this is kind of watery, so it runs off, so it's kind of hard to soak the adhesive. So I just generally do the clean towel, wipe on the stuff, get it coming off. And it does not take long at all. It's great for windshield stickers. Once you peel them off with a razor blade, you can get the residue off with the adhesive cleaner. And that, I'm just kind of gently peeling it off, the fabric there, and you can just kind of see a shadow of that M there. And with a little bit of patience, it will come off there. You're seeing it's kind of turn into little white pieces of residue there, kind of flaking off there. Probably a little bit of the paper towel is coming off as well. Again, be patient. Use as many towels as you need to. Don't give into the urge to kind of scrub really hard or use something more abrasive. I just used a paper towel. You could use a towel, piece of cotton. The stuff is pretty flammable though, so I tend to not want to throw these things in the washer or the dryer. So it's usually something disposable, in this case a paper towel. As we finish up removing it here, you don't really see any imprint of what was there. I've seen on white cars, you remove an emblem and you see an outline there, a different shade of white or even kind of some dirt that you might need to polish with just a real mild polish. This is not going to need any of that. So I'm using some spray-on car wash, some waterless wash. I just kind of wanted to remove that residue. It's not harmful to the clear coat, but I just don't like to leave it on there. So use water, use some waterless wash, and get that wiped off of there. And I'm picking at something there, trying to figure out if it's a piece of rust or a piece of tar or something. You can see all those cracks in the car where there's dirt. That's the subject of another upcoming video. But we remove all that residue. If I remember right, there was a piece that I didn't quite get the first time. Really hard to see, but from where I'm at, I can see and feel a little bit something down there, and it means I moved on to this step a little too early. So I didn't want to be scraping at it, so had to step back once and get out my adhesive cleaner again, take it off correctly, and then sort of start over with the cleanup. So I got a little too overzealous getting to the cleanup. So here we go, back to waterless wash and wiping up all the residue. So to summarize, we didn't need to do any polishing, just a quick wipe up with some waterless wash. Looks great, like it was never there.